There are lots of forms of creativity, and today I'm going to be talking about how you can unlock your creative potential. Now, I'm not talking about the artistic sense. I'm talking about creative problem solving in a way you can drive value for your company, yourself, whoever it might be. Let's jump right into it. 5 tips. First is to collaborate. There are 2 kind of reasons why. The first one is if you're collaborating with people, you're getting a wide set of perspectives. I've always found for me personally that when I'm able to collaborate with one person or a couple people and then do that multiple times, I get a lot of different perspectives and ideas. We can riff off of one another, our ideas build on top of each other, and that's ultimately how you get to the best ideas for the problems you're trying to solve. The second reason is to get a deeper understanding of the problems you're actually trying to solve. If you're able to talk to multiple stakeholders or even get different perspectives on what the problem might be, that's going to be how you unlock a deeper understanding of the problem, and that's going to let you come up with the best solutions. If you talk to multiple people, collaborate, get a deeper understanding of all the problems, that's going to be where you get the best ideas to solve all of those problems. All right, the next tip is that you should be iterating to awesome. This is like a game development term that I heard around the studio. The idea is that you start at a very humble place, test it out, you get feedback, you get different perspectives and opinions on it, and then you keep kind of going. I did this most notably for me with building our esports program a few years back. I started with V1. I talked to trusted partners in the industry, got feedback. They told me this is good, this is not so good, here's what someone else was doing that you should consider. And I went back to the lab and okay, here's the V2 and then the V3 and then it was V7 was the actual one that we finished and shipped. I really think that was like critical to having that be a success. Start with something small, something just initial, get feedback on it. Don't think that your first idea is going to be the best one. The third one, which is related, is don't worry about perfection. Get your idea out there. One thing I like to do in meetings is we're talking about some problem, need to fix this complex thing that's going on. I'll jump out with an idea and I'll say something like, hey, this might be a terrible idea, but maybe it'll inspire a better one. To me, it's obviously worth saying. Sometimes I know it's a bad idea, but maybe it'll inspire something else. Knowing even that it's a bad idea, but you're going to say it anyway and you're going to get it out there so that other people, again, to go back to the first tip, collaborate with you on it, get it out there. You just want to make progress on the idea. The fourth one is to do competitive research. Depending on what field you're in, you might have competitors that do similar things or even the same things. You should be paying close attention. They are likely solving similar problems to you. It's always good to do competitive research, see what everyone's doing. For me in gaming, I play lots of other shooters. I watch tons of esports and pay attention to their scenes, even if it's not a first-person shooter game. And it also helps you when you're thinking of new ideas to get kind of new facets and layer. Like the way I think about it is you get better and better at coming up with ideas. The more you see other ideas, the more you get different perspectives, the more that you try and fail. The last one is to give yourself space to be creative. There's kind of 2 things here. One is like physical space, like where is the space that you want to do your creative work, do your deep thinking. For me, I like to go to the studio late at night, write on the whiteboard, things like that. The other kind of space is like mental space. And I know for me, and I'm sure it's the same with a lot of people, if you have stuff that's stressing you out, unclosed loops, if you're procrastinating about some other work, you just have too much on your plate. For me, it's very hard to be super creative and come up with like big ideas to solve these problems. Sometimes I feel like allergic to thinking about big ideas when I just have too much like front of mind. So in that case, I would literally like put something in the back of my head and I'll just let it kind of percolate in the back. And that's when like, okay, I'm driving, I'm running. That's when like the ideas start to come when I put something in the back of my head. If you want to learn more about that stuff, I definitely recommend checking out Deep Work by Cal Newport. I did a video on it as well. Amazing book, absolutely incredible resource for not only deep work, but creative problem solving, breaking down big problems, all that stuff. So would highly recommend reading that book. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.